to cut everybody off like that.
I don't think that's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man, he's a show.
She aged like cheese.
You got
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.
Yo.
What's going on? What's good? What's really good? What's going on, Keith?
What up, Keith?
Whew. This was a struggle movie for me. This was a struggle movie for me. Golly, boy. How about them Eagles, though?
How about the Eagles? Dude don't know nothing about a winning. Dude don't know nothing about a winning team, so don't worry about it. What up, JJ?
What's up, JJ? Well, beat the brakes off of Patrick Mahomes. Beat the brakes off Kermit.
Beat the dog, humble their ass. Because you know they thought they was going to win, right?
Travis got to go back to the fade, man.
Hey, I love
What's happening, Chris?
I love the fact they didn't show Taylor not one day at a time, but at the very beginning.
They showed her, and when they showed her, they booed her.
At the very beginning. She's like, show me now. What's up, Chris?
Happy Black History.
Happy Black. Hey, I'm telling you, it's that real Black history is that Super Bowl felt the Black history. Like it's for the people.
Everybody talk, I didn't understand it. It wasn't meant for you.
Yeah, it wasn't meant for you.
It wasn't meant for you to understand.
It wasn't meant for you to understand.
Of course you did. Of course you didn't understand it. It wasn't meant for you.
Like, what was it going on? Like, you don't get the black men dressed up as American. You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
One dude was talking about, he did something.
I loved it, bro.
They should have had one collab though. One or
yeah, one with SZA.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with SZA. But SZA though. yeah, it's Lord. Love me some SZA, boy. Anyway, first of all, tell the Bible if you buy it back, then we buy it back. They just don't have songs that I don't know. Now, if you would have did Cash Money Techno for 99 and 2000, I would have been with that one.
Everybody would have. They would have went with that one.
But I think there was a different message behind what they were trying to do.
That's what it was.
They did it for a reason.
And then they have Samuel Jackson and Uncle Sam. I just thought it was brilliant. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, it was.
You got the most outspoken, realest actor there is, who probably don't give a damn what nobody says about anything.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, Samuel Jackson was a semi-activist. I mean, he was running, with the Black Panthers.
Exactly.
He was doing all the things. It was absolutely a brilliant show, and I'm glad he said that man's name on live television because you don't get to throw. To try to hide your head. Like I know
I forgot he did Serena. I forgot he did that. That's why I was like he did this Serena. I said, so yeah, he do be sneak this like a little old, don't he?
You pick and choose, dog.
Because I was like, why Serena? I said, oh, that's right. He did her.
Pick and choose, man. You don't get to pick and choose, bro. I just realized that I haven't hated the way that I should in my life. I've let people off too easy. Because I let people off way too easy.
I had one of my friends tell me the same shit. He was like, man, what? He said, watching this. Hey, because he was talking about me and him and the stuff we used to do. He was like, I think we let niggas slide too easily, man.
I did. I let my enemies live too much because Kendrick is teaching me a whole different level of beef. I haven't hated people properly. I haven't hated people properly, but I took going forward.
The man had on a lowercase A necklace, bro.
See, and it's crazy because I thought that was for Atlanta, and I was like, why would he have on the Atlanta? Because you know, like the old school Atlanta logo looks like that. I was like, why would he have that?
I said, bro, why are you doing this, man? Stop! Like,
yeah.
Somebody got to stop him. Hey, look, after this,
game over. You have to be like, hey, man, leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
He gonna crash out eventually.
Because he got an album coming out Friday. I hope he right now he's in there doing retakes and remix of the album because he got an album coming out Friday. I just pray he's in there just doing some remakes and doing retakes. Like, hey yo, what I said, take it out. Just take it out.
I'm not gonna listen to it. So
take it out.
It is what it is. But y'all came here to hear us talk about a movie, not about the Super Bowl, the halftime show, which I would have rather talked about other than this movie. This guy. Y'all see why this movie was on my bottom list? Like, was it number one? I think it was number one. It was up there. It was up there. But by the way, I'm keeping Jalen up here for this week because I don't feel like he got enough shine.
Which one is that?
I don't feel like he got enough shine. So I'm gonna keep
oh, yeah,
Mr. Hurts.
Hey, that's hard. That's
I'm gonna keep Mr. Hurts up here for another week.
So.
He earned him another week. Keep my quarterback name out your mouth.
The OG, Reggie White. OG.
What's up, Queen?
What's up, Queen? The OG, Reggie White.
They pay the money. That's what happens when you get older and you start running out of things to do. Because people didn't realize that
here's a producer in this.
What's my man name?
What up, Queen?
Danny Glover. Danny Glover did some terrible movies. Like, Danny Glover has done some terrible movies. Have you ever seen The Cookout? I tell you. Whew. But it happens when you get older. You still want to act. People are looking to fill roles. Did y'all see Jamie Foxx movies lately?
Back in Action?
Not another church movie. Where he plays God. Because that's the one I was gonna choose, and I was like, you know what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx plays. It's a Tyler Perry parody. Was supposed to be. It's worse than a Tyler Perry movie. How you gonna try to make a parody of something and you don't make it funnier? That's crazy. But anyway,
no, I ain't seen that.
Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and introduce the show. I don't think we're gonna take too long on this, to be honest. But yeah. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Popcorn in Your Beer podcast. I'm your host, Rashad.
Hey, man. Say, man. This movie is stupid as shit. Go ahead. Next person.
This big kid, man. Big kid. 2 kids, 2 heads, man. This movie stupid as shit.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka my nigga. You spent $3,000 on what?
Yeah.
Yarn.
In all honesty, I don't really know where to start with this movie.
Do we start when he came into the society?
The movie starts off with him getting set up by a white woman at an ATM.
Yeah, that was the setup.
Yeah.
First of all, the ATM looked fake. Second of all, the location of the ATM was terrible.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, stop.
Like, what?
If you would have got an ass whoop, he deserved it. Ain't no way I'm gonna let no white woman sit there and give me your information. I'm turning around and walking the opposite way. It would have smelled like.
Gave him a phone number.
First she like, oh yeah, and he threw him his wallet. Nah, for one, I'm not gonna be by no woman. But no, nothing for one alone. For one, I'm automatically set up.
ATM supposed to be set up like a bus stop. Like this supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to see that ATM from 100 yards away. This should be like a covering or something that says ATM, Wells Fargo, USAA, Synovus. You need to say something. It was a small ass ATM on the side of a building.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at the director for this movie, he doesn't even call himself black, even though he's a black man. He calls himself American. That's his nationality. He doesn't say that he's Black American, African American. He just says American. And he looks like Drake. so there you go. But he looks like the main character as well, which is yeah. What's up, brother?
Roll it. Look at why he put it. Roll it.
just hey. Remember, we got to have a show next week. People this weekend, so please just.
All right, so before we get into it, I just gotta get this off the chest. Looking at the title of this movie, I was excited because I'm like, okay, this is like Harry Potter with niggas in it, right?
Black Harry Potter. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah. So then at the beginning, you know, he had the little, nobody wanted to buy his little thing, whatever it was.
Yarn.
Nobody wanted to buy it. So then the black dude came in, made stuff happen, and then boom, he disappeared. I said, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about, right? After that, I was lost. My thing is, you can't have a title like Magical Negro if the main character don't look like a Negro.
That's facts.
Now, I'm not saying what he is and what he ain't, but I guarantee you, at his barbecue is hummus and some kind of casserole.
The potato salad got raisins in it.
It got raisins in it.
They ain't got no potato salad.
And it got fruit cake.
The potato salad got fruit in it.
I'm just saying, this movie didn't match the title.
Nah, I legit.
It didn't match your expectation.
Like legit, I want to piggyback off of that because, in all honesty, when I first saw like the title, I got excited because like I'm like, yo, this is what we've been asking for. Like we, you know, different movies where we, you know what I'm saying, like we have our creativity. I was thinking like, dang, like you know, like a magical wizard with locks, Harry Potter with locks, or something like just like a cool looking like character, like you know what I'm saying.
Magical Negroes is what threw me off. I said, oh, Magical Negroes? I said, oh, this is going to be fire.
I was just like, it's going to be something different. Like, they might go, like, to, like, medieval times or something like that. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, they, and it was nothing of the sort. Like, not even close. I couldn't have been.
The magic was to make sure the white people were safe.
I couldn't have been any further from the truth. Like if this was Jeopardy and this was my last question, I would have lost all my money because I would have bet the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, to be honest, if you really want like a quick rundown of this movie, like before we talk about some of the stuff in it, it's basically about a guy who's an artist who doesn't get his stuff like bought. Basically, David Allen Greer is fairy godmother, as you would say, that brings him into this magical society that helps white people feel comfortable in life. And they have to shuck and jive their entire life to make them feel comfortable. And he's this guy that wants to have this pro-black message towards the end, but he falls in love with a white woman. There you go.
I don't know if I'm more upset or disappointed because this shit don't make no sense, brother. The title of the movie is Magical Negroes, and the whole basis of the movie is to make white people happy and comfortable.
Yeah, brother. Listen,
Is that
everybody that was in the group was a Negro with him.
He was the only non-Negro person.
He was semi-Negro.
Yeah.
It was an effed up way to try to.
He had a pair of black dirty Chuck Taylors with high waters on. That's not Negro.
I get what they were trying to do. They just executed it awful. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I'm so sick of you.
No. Explain.
Okay, so
because I want to know.
So where I'm at, the state of Indiana is a very, very racist state. Like, if you look at it, it's probably considered still the racist state in the United States of America. So, yeah, trust me. Look, Google.
You ever been to Mississippi?
Google. Mississippi racism and this here racism is way different. Mississippi racism, you know that they think you're a boy. Here they smell in your face, and then they can do some make you feel uncomfortable.
I don't think that makes them more racist.
I mean, no, I say more racist, but at least they're honest with their racism. Like, it's like there's no hiding. Up here, it's like it's the smiling.
Well, that's because they think it's still 1962.
They're smiling your face. Like, example, I was at Kroger's about a month ago. But this is a story of my life. I walk up to get some meat out the thing, and the guy proceeds to grab his daughter and his wife and his kid, and like bear hugs them. Like, and this is every day though. This is not just. He's like he was like he grabs them like away from me, like, hey. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so it's kind of like, but then there's another guy said the other white guy on the other side was like, you're an asshole for that and all this stuff. But that it didn't surprise me because that's Indiana for you. Go ahead.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off, big dog, but you're a very large individual.
As my point exactly.
Not only are you in Indiana, but you are 6'9" in Indiana.
So that gives my point exactly. For so long after that was a point in my life I didn't give a shit about nobody and none of this. I just did my thing with criminal whatever. But then when I got older, I had this thing to where I felt like I always had to smile when I walked in somewhere just so people would feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable. Like, look, because I can't change my size. I can't change my beard. I can change my beard. I can't change my size. So there's been so many times I had to walk in a space. And where I live at is predominantly white. My city I live in is predominantly white. So there's been times I would walk in a gas station or I see like a group of cops and he's staring at me and I feel like I had to smile just to let them know I'm a safe nigga. Mm-hmm. I know I might look like I'm big. I got tattoos, but I don't want no shit. I don't want that. And it's unfortunately because, like I said, the reason I resonate with this is because I'm to the point now to where like I don't have to do that. But I've done it for so long in my life being big and black and with tattoos. I look like the typical, look at this, he's a big black nigga. Like he looks dangerous. So I would always go somewhere and I was always have to smile at everybody. I had to walk in with this, I'm saying like, hello, I'm at Cracker Barrel, but I'm safe. Like wherever I went, I had to put on this fake ass smile.
I just going for flapjacks.
You feel me? And so it's very uncomfortable until I got to the point
in my life Cracker Barrel? That's crazy.
Brother, I'm about to say, brother.
Well, Cracker Barrel is fire. But so it's like I got to the point to where I was like, I shouldn't have to do that to make you motherfuckers feel safe and comfortable. But I've done it for so long in my life.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And what you're saying makes sense.
But I think that's what they was. I think that was what they was trying to portray. Like,
well, they failed.
So many years,
they absolutely failed.
So many years, that's what they was trying to say. Like, hey, this is what we have to do. Until he was like, we don't have to do this shit. We shouldn't have to make them feel comfortable because they might spaz out or they might. I just don't like how they executed it because, and like you said in the comments in our text messages, what does spitting on somebody got to do with this? Is getting weird.
Yeah, it was the fact that they actually tried to put a situation in that happened to people that would be lynched for what they responded to at the time, like white people in. And they tried to compare that to what was going on now, and I'm just like, "What? This not the same, brother." Yeah.
Like up here,
I feel like they tried to do. I feel like they tried to do something that was satire, and it just didn't work.
That's what made me upset because for people who can't resonate with that, And then y'all grabbing each other, y'all grabbing the white boy's thing. Like I'm like, y'all making a spectacle of this shit now. Like, so it pissed me off more because like for people who really feel that shit, now you're up here holding this thing to try to make him like now y'all it's like you slap now you taking it and you spitting in our face with that shit. Like
I think they were trying to do the whole Green Mile thing.
Yeah, I know I get it because it was the same thing, but he
was like, wait, is that a Green Mile reference? That was absolutely a Green Mile reference.
But the other guy did it too. The other black guy did it too to the other white guy. He was like, and it didn't work. When he kept trying to grab his shit and it didn't work. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do? I said, okay, see.
They wanted it to be satire. They wanted to be Blazing Saddles, but didn't have the gall to go that extra mile. Like exactly. if you're gonna be this coonish, just go ahead and do it.
If you're gonna go, you gotta go.
You already there. Like
you already there.
Go ahead and be that way.
You right at the fence, but got one foot over.
Tiptoeing.
Like,
you tiptoeing.
Just knock this shit over and say what it is you gotta say.
No, you tiptoeing. It's really like. Bro, it just got to a point where I didn't care about the movie. Like I kept watching, I didn't care about anything that was going on in the movie. Like, and I think I didn't want to care. I didn't
because it was like I want to see where they ended up. I want to see how it was going to be flipped around because I knew it was going to be a breaking point. I knew it was going to be a breaking point to where it's like, okay, they got to know what they're doing and the way they're doing it. Got to be wrong. What is going to be the moment where he's like, all right, enough of this. I shouldn't have to fit. So the only part of any of that movie was his last speech. That was the only part because he was like, I shouldn't, because so many people actually there's women.
But he turned around and went for the white woman.
Well, I thought she was like Hispanic though. Was she like Hispanic? Was she Hispanic?
Brother, she was Caucasian.
Really? I guess what she was. I thought she was Hispanic the whole time.
Brother, you know what they did? So, and I was telling my daughter about this. So, a lot of people don't know that Rosa Parks was not the first woman to refuse her seat on the bus. It was Claudette Colvin. And the reason why they didn't want to use her is because she was a dark-skinned, young, pregnant woman, and they didn't want that to be the face of the movement. So they used Sister Rosa, you know, high yellow. You know, she appealed to a wider audience. So, you know, she was able to, it was still a dangerous situation. She could have lost her life. Yeah. You know, it was still a dangerous situation, but it was a more comfortable thing. So when we get to this movie, we have a comfortable character in a light-skinned black man who is going through this feeling inadequate as an artist is something that a lot of artists understand. Because you're trying to move into these spaces where you're trying to get your work out there, you're trying to do it, you can't get it out there because you don't feel like you have that support that was freely given for something else. So they tried to use a situation that rarely works for them because, in all honesty, he would be somebody that people would feel comfortable approaching because of his skin color. So the way that you tried to do this movie is you tried to make it digestible you tried to do it digestible twice because you was character that way, and then you tried to make it in the movie.
You had to soften it up because of the word Negreos.
You could have used David Allen Greer or any of the other dark-skinned people that was in this movie, because it wasn't like Buddy was giving us this all standard. So they had 3 movies. So this was a comedy, a love story, like magic, like sci-fi thing. It was a lot rolled into one, and it didn't make sense. The magic was the disappearing and grabbing on people and disappearing. I was like,
even to your point, Rashad, about the whole struggling artist thing. He even said it when the lady who was holding the event came up to him, like, "Oh, you still ain't had no buyers, son." And he was like, "You know, at this point, I don't even want nobody to buy my shit. I just want somebody to understand."
You get that way, you get to that point. But it just was like, after that, I just didn't care. Like, that could have been a compelling story if you would have pushed it, stuck to that. But then you had to make it a love story, and then you had to make it, You had to make it a woe is me, I'm somehow black story, and it's like, bro, you get more opportunities than that. Don't play like that. But when you have somebody that writes a story that looks like the man that wrote this story and directed this stuff, he doesn't understand it because he never been through it.
Consider themselves black.
So how are you making this story, dog?
Yeah, that's bullshit. Because this should have been from somebody black. It would have made a lot more sense. For one, it would have been somebody that was more of a dark
black.
Because you already use Negroes. So that right there was. And I hate saying it because I don't want to say light skin and dark skin is more blacker.
No. You can't, because this is ridiculous. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, brother.
American nationality, American. Like, no, seriously, like he doesn't even, like he tried to tell a story from his point of view, and his point of view is not.
You ain't never go through no. You ain't never experienced no real racism.
The guy, and my thing was, you got mad because you wanted to get with the girl. You really didn't care. You was more upset because you was like, I'm going through all this, and I want to be with the girl. The guy kind of pushed you over the edge with what he said, but your whole point was like, you first thing you want to do, like you said, run off to the, which I thought she was Hispanic. Like I'm keep saying, I didn't realize she was white, but it was like, and I looked at it like, man, okay, you use the word Negroes. For one, that's basically the blackest word you could possibly use, other than basically N-word, especially in the movies. So I felt like they had to have this safer character as far as him to make it more compatible, more to the folks, because of course they want to know what it's about. Because if you're gonna have a movie saying magical Negroes, you know you're gonna pick their interest. Like, what is this about?
The thing that threw me for a loop,
I thought it was more safe for them versus for us.
The thing that threw me for a loop, he didn't even realize that white people was being racist towards him. That's how safe he was.
It took right.
He was so safe.
It took David Allen Greener's
character and this movie to be about race made no sense at all. He didn't even know that he was being talked down to, and all that. He didn't even realize
mistreated and all that shit.
Yeah,
it took David Allen Greener's character to be like the most painful thing I ever seen was you walking through a room full of white people. Brother, it took him to say that for him to be like, word. He was like, brother, you were standing still. Somebody was walking towards you, and you apologized for being in the neighborhood. Brother, do you realize how much you apologize? He was like, no, because he was like, okay, walk through that room right now. He was like, no. He was like, you scared? He was like, I ain't scared. I just don't want to.
The part that got me was he was like, you stand in front of that white woman. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't nobody there. I was like,
my point exactly. But it's crazy with just like Rashad, you just pulled up a picture of the director, and it's funny to me how this man sat on the foot of his bed one day and said, you know what? I'm going to write a movie about how you have to be a superhuman Negro to have one-on-one interactions with white people.
That's insane,
just so that we can extend our life expectancy, because if a white person is happy, a black person is safe. And said, you know what? I'm gonna kill him with this
one. Like I said, if you're gonna make this movie, just go ahead and make it a satire comedy.
Or make it something you actually went through. I'm not saying he need to go through that. He could have.
He might have went through that, but it wasn't anything that I would be like, oh, okay, well, like, nah, bro, this was stupid. This was and like being a person who has written scripts and who has been around other writers and directors and things like that, bro. Like I hate calling movies stupid, but this was dumb. Like it had no real premise. Like, what was the premise behind the movie? Like, what was the lesson learned?
There was no
Make
lesson
white
learned.
People happy. Get you a white one.
No, because that wasn't because at the end he retorted all that. So what was the point? At the end he retorted all that, but still said as long as you make what he said, as long as somebody makes white people feel uncomfortable, I have a job. What?
It was like he was like, sorry for getting something shut down. He was like, oh no, as long as white people feel uncomfortable, well, white people always feel uncomfortable, so I'm gonna always have a job, basically. Like
why? Like there was no way you took this to your homeboys and was like, hey man, what you think about this? And they was like, hey.
I get what he was trying to do.
And then for every black person in the society, we're going to assign them a white person.
It was executed. It was executed clients. It was executed poorly, man. Like I hate that. That hurts me more. That I get what you were trying to do, and it needs to be shown. Like there's people like Toya has natural hair, and she got rejected for jobs because she has that natural black woman hair. And you see the looks of it, like it's bad, man. Like Northern and Midwest is bad for it, man. Like so, I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to do. I just think this is something that should have been taken more seriously, versus grabbing crotches and playing in people's faces, and then all of a sudden, and then I didn't know she was white once again. And then at the end of the day, it became a whole. You did all this for the white girl, for the girl. So you really didn't come and feel free and liberated for yourself a little bit, but it's because you wanted to date the girl. That's why. So the whole movie you didn't feel okay. That's why I said that was the whole time you was okay being make sure you feel comfortable. But as soon as the girl got in, now you want to have some morals and some respect for yourself to be like, I shouldn't feel like this. You mean to tell me I can't date the girl to make him happy? Oh, now y'all done drew the line. I can do everything else to make him feel happy, but I can't, man.
Nope.
Nah, bro.
Because as soon as you make it about yourself,
that's what I'm saying.
Over here in the American Society of Magical Negroes is one band, one sound. One person start playing a different beat on their drum, and it's going to deplete the magic of everybody. Then we got to come back and have a meeting so we can figure out who did it, so I could ban you, Men in Black memory swipe, and send you back to being ready.
Yeah, man. Like, if you're gonna do this movie, man, just do it. Like, don't be scared. Like, don't. Huh?
Remember when the one girl broke the thing, and she made it seem like a punishment, and she's going back living as a black person, as a regular black person. Excuse me, bitch. I was like, excuse me.
But to be honest, bro, that wasn't offensive enough. If you're gonna do this, and you want it to be satire, make it satire. You got David Allen Greer. He is not shy away from it. This man has been in all kind of movies. What movie was that? Was it? No, it wasn't. Well, he played a reporter. And it was something, man. He played a reporter, and it was like what's the Keenan movie? I'm gonna get you stuck. I'm gonna get you sucker. So he played a reporter in that, and he knows satire. Yeah, he knows how to do it. He's done satire movies. He's done Blank Man. So I don't know if this director was afraid to go that next level. But if you're gonna have people hate you, you might as well go over the top, dog.
That's the problem, though. He wanted to make sure people didn't hate him for making this movie. He wanted to make it more with the comedy stuff, with the aspect. I agree with you. If you're gonna do this, do it to where people should have hated you for this movie. That would have made a good movie. People should have been like, "No, the hell you did. You should have been boycotted by the people."
But you know what? I was laughing.
I've been celebrated by us
because that's laughing the entire time.
Controversy sells.
But he
dialed it back on the controversy.
Because look at this.
But still decided to make the movie.
Because
I'm American.
If a F. Gary Gray directed this movie, if a John Singleton directed this movie, if a Spike Lee directed this movie, what are we talking about? You get higher learning.
Keenan Wayans.
Come on, bro.
You get juice. You get what? I mean,
boys, you get the.
You know what's sad though? Mel Brooks, a white director, had more gall to just go ahead and do it. And if it was going to be satire, let's just go ahead and do it. And Blazing Saddles is one of the most watched movies.
Wait a minute. Hey, bro, I swear, bro.
And what else?
I was watching that, bro. I've seen when I was young when the first. Oh my God, bro. To this day, that's still the funniest ever because you said it at the time where they would shoot you, man.
Robin Hood Men in Tights,
bro.
Like, come on, dog.
I said,
Spaceballs. Like,
I said, hey.
I just think
there's a way to do this movie, and he sucked at it.
Yeah, that's the way. Just like you said, it's like you played in the face of people who really go through this shit.
Right, like
you played in their face. You played in their faces.
And then tried to have this little sympathy moment towards the end. Like, you don't shut up.
And now you realize it all because he said something, but then you went to her, I want to date you. Oh, wait, come on, bro. Like, you had a moment because of what he said. I shouldn't have to feel comfortable. Like you said, but in the way I didn't know that. A lot of them don't know that. So, and the fact that a lot of them don't know that, you chose that little bit of time, that little bit of space to show people, because somebody could have looked at this, a white person could have looked and said, well, damn. But you took the opportunity to put something in people's face, because this is something I've never seen before. I've never seen the movie because this is real life. You really have some people have to walk in a thin line to make white people feel comfortable. Unfortunately, the women with the real hair. So it's like you had an opportunity to make something great here for people who've been through this shit. The women with the natural hair who can't work in the government buildings because they look that funny. The big black guys who can't walk in a certain area, who live in predominantly white neighborhoods, who to this day still get looked at crazy. Like, you are dangerous to me. You look dangerous. You took the opportunity to have people grab people's crotches to make them feel more superior.
This man teleported him next to a picture of a great white shark and said, "What is the most dangerous creature in the world?"
Which was the truth, though. But it said what
they an uncomfortable white person,
and that is the 100% truth. That is so. You took another opportunity, and you split because an uncomfortable white person is the most dangerous thing in this world. If they're uncomfortable, trust me, I've been there. I've been called.
This is written by a person who had very few black experiences.
And you can tell he barely had any black writers with him.
Like it's sad, bro. It's
because
crazy.
Okay, so Buddy goes and talks to the cop, makes the cop feel better. Then was like, "Hey, we're going to the club. You should come with us to the club." He was like, "All right, bet." Pulls up to the club and was like, "Well, look at me. I sure missed this. I sure messed this up. Look, I went and said, hey, get your club outfit." And then he was like, "You know what? It's not about how other people look at you. It's about how you look at you." So he was like, "All right, man." Goes up to the bouncer. "Can I get in?" Does his magic to make the white person appear more urban.
Then he
get into the club.
He more
say it one more time, dude. What?
Had him in a shimmery Puff Daddy coat.
You look more urban than the dude that you got than the white man. The white man got you beat by a good. I don't understand.
You're right, though, bro.
You still got these dirty chucks, so I can't get over these dirty chucks.
It was so many opportunities, man.
Dirty chucks don't piss me off,
man.
But you don't turn the white man into Vanilla Ice, and you still over here looking.
But the cop thing, because he even said he looked like he's about 2-3 minutes from shooting a black man because he was stressed out. Talk to him, have a conversation with him. Also, a cop could have seen us, so that, you know what? Or somebody could have seen him like, damn, maybe all they do need is a conversation. Maybe that if you do see one of them, like, hey, what's up? Stay safe out there. You don't know how they could make one of them feel. But like I said, you took the opportunity and made a mockery of it. This movie was a mockery of people who actually go through this shit.
Because it was supposed to be satire, and he didn't have the balls to go through with it.
The only part of this movie that would have been super relatable. One, if Lizzie was black. 2, 2, she was the most decorated designer at what was it called? Meatbox?
Brother, don't ask me no real questions.
First of all, Meatbox is wild.
Extremely wild.
For a tech company, whatever company are, Meatbox.
She's the most decorated designer at Meatbox.
Mm-hmm.
They had a situation.
Oh, you diabolical bitch. I'm sorry.
They had a situation where facial recognition was not working in a part of the world that is probably 100% black.
Oh, this diabolical bastard.
It was in Africa. It was in Ghana. Remember, the facial recognition wasn't working in Ghana. So they was so the CEO of the company was like, okay, we're gonna do this rebrand. We're gonna change the logo. They put her in charge of designing a new logo just to say, well, when the CEO comes here, we're gonna have homeboy present your logo to him because he's better in the room than you are. Had she been a black woman, I would have been like, you know what?
I just realized something that just pissed me the fuck off. I don't want to cuss like that. I'm trying not to cuss. I just realized something in this movie that just pissed me the fuck off, and I don't care. At the end of the movie, Nasdaq told me she was white. Why is she gonna go into the supportive wife and girlfriend club? So she had to be white in order to be a supportive wife. She couldn't have been a dirt. Oh, you motherfucker! Oh, and then the person who let her in was just as white as she was. So what you saying, fam? I didn't even realize that to the end. Because at the end, and this what she got the little. Remember, she had the little stupid ass ring, and it was the supportive wife. She goes into a club, so she's got to be white. Could no sister do this shit? Oh, you diabolical bastard!
Remember, she said, "I'm in a." What she said? I'm in a society as well.
Yeah, she said that when they was walking down the road.
But you didn't realize it was a supportive wife and girlfriend committee or some shit. So she couldn't have been. So she couldn't have been black to make it more. Wow! Wait till Wikipedia finna get this one. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit.
So one part of the movie that I don't. It's not really a part of the movie. It's just like when you watch stuff like this, people get like a certain thought process in their head. And bullshit. You got some dumb people who like will run with that thought process, right? And I'm saying that to say it's some white people that watch this and be like, you know what? This is how it should be.
That's what it was for.
They should worry about us being happy. They should worry about us being comfortable. And that's how it should be. We need more black people.
Their lives should be centered around prioritizing us.
He took an opportunity to use black struggle to appeal to the white audience. That's what the fuck he did. He took something that he could use.
Who you say hate this movie, dude?
He took something.
Who you say hate this movie?
Say that one more time.
Who you say hate this movie?
He took something that the African Americans go through to appeal to the white people. Because this whole movie was about appealing them in a safe, hey, you know what? This is what you guys do. It's okay, but I just want you to know that you guys are doing this, okay? But it's all right. Man, fuck this movie and everybody that was in it. This should have got me pissed off. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Dead ass. Like now I'm pissed for real. Now, this is my number one pissed off movie. I used to be The Fork. This didn't top that one.
They can't. You want to hear something crazy though?
It's on top that one.
Guess where this man from?
Indiana, I'm sure.
Philly.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Nigga, because that's how they. But I'm telling you, y'all think it's a game. These motherfuckers up here are not right. I'm telling you, they're not right. He ain't experienced, so he might experience this shit. And in his mind, he probably like, well, damn, let me just live how they want to live. Because motherfuckers in Fort Wayne treat you just like that, and you gotta make these motherfuckers comfortable. Because if you don't make them comfortable, they will smile in your face, and then these are not like Karens like y'all. Like, hey, I'm gonna call the cops. These motherfuckers will go to the damn thing and say, hey, there's a black guy that just went in the store. He looks dangerous. These cops, IMPD, all the MPD will just come up here and they don't ask no questions. Because if you look like you're dangerous, motherfucker, you're dangerous. Period. Indiana, that's why I was thinking about Indiana is by far the racist state in the world because they smell in your face, and then they do diabolical shit. You know, if you go to Mississippi somewhere, they gonna look at you and tell you you don't belong here. Now you right, my fault. Not here. They look at you, smile in your face, and be back there putting rat poison. Y'all think it's a game. Indiana is the racist ass state, and that does not surprise me that he's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Not at all. Not at all. That's wild that you said that because that makes 110% sense. To make him feel comfortable. So and that's even more worse because he should know coming from this state, he should make it more comfortable for us. But no, he wanted to appeal to the people he's probably raised by.
At the end of the day, we've all grown up with multiple people who were half black, half white.
Yeah.
We have all grown up with multiple people who were half black, half white. And you know what's the most noticeable thing about every single one of them? You can tell if they was more white dominant or if they was more black dominant. Oh, he half and half, but he more likely to be in a social setting with Duke, Rashad, Ken, and Mo
versus
Drake,
Pat Mahomes,
Hunter, and Connor, and goddamn, like you can always tell.
You know, it's always crazy, man. So when you look at somebody's parents, now we've seen Patrick Mahomes' parents. You know, don't this seem similar?
Yeah, what I'm saying.
It's always
and before people be thinking that you can't be mixed. We're saying that to make you black. That's not what we're trying to say.
no.
We know specifically that's not what we're saying. We're saying it's like the great Denzel Washington said. It's not about being able to create. It's about the culture behind creating something. It's the culture behind it. That's why black people need to direct black movies because they know the culture. Mm-hmm. This man did not know the culture of what was really going on. He just took something probably somebody one of his friends went through or something and decided to make it appealing to somebody else. This could have been a great movie because this is something out of all the racism and all the movies I've seen, I've never seen a movie that blatantly said, hey, we got to do something to make y'all feel safe. That way, if not, y'all going to fuck us over. There's not been now one movie that I personally seen that addressed racism in that type of way before.
Well, he also views himself as an American. He doesn't say
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He views it as American. He had to go in there and fix that himself. He had to delete that. I'm gonna take that up out of here.
Even though his father is black as tar, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's why I said, man, I don't trust.
At one point, at what point do you become responsible enough to say, you know what, I'm writing and directing this movie about a black experience. Let me go out and bring black people in so they can help me write this story.
Because
he had black people in there.
He felt like his black side gave him the right to do that bullshit.
No, he had black people in there. But it's the same thing that comes with when we talk about Tyler Perry. He has people around him. He just chooses a different route to go with it. Because there are people around him that are very, very black, that are very, very. He has another director in the movie, and I think what's her name? What was the lady name? It was one of the other characters, but they also are into directing and film work as well. And then you also have David Alan Grier, who has been around for forever. But when you choose to start something in the way that you want to start it, that's how you're gonna do it, because you don't care about what you actually making. There's no effort in the craft. It's just you want to just do it because you could do it. And that's always been my issue with directors like this, with directors like Tyler Perry, and it's a lot of other directors in the same boat who don't care about the craft. They just want to put it out there. It has nothing to do with trying to make a tangible movie or something that you can take something away from. Because even if you didn't want to make this a satire comedy, you could have made it serious.
You could have, but he didn't want to make it serious because it wasn't serious to him. This wasn't a serious matter. This was an opportunity. He saw an opportunity.
Didn't go all the way out. Didn't go all the way out.
The white side of him gave him the nerve, and then the black side of him gave him the right to do it. So in his mind, he's like, well, I can do this. And since I have black, I can put this shit out there. This was an idea he thought, because when his friends probably felt uncomfortable. Because if you really, when you go through something,
we get them Instagram rappers.
When you go through something, and if you really went through this would not have been a laughing matter for him. Unless you're trying to soften it up, for the masses.
I would love to see the PowerPoint presentation that he gave to black people before he made this movie.
He did, and the fact that it was people on this. I don't ever want to say I'm disappointed in somebody from taking the opportunity to make money, but like sometimes all money ain't good money.
Right. Now the extra people I get them, but David, I'm like.
But it's different when you actually do the script, read the script. Do you actually see it in the totality too? I've heard a lot of actors done said that before. They did it, and then when you shoot the movie, it's way different to you actually sitting in the studio.
Oh yeah, because they edit the shit out of stuff. It's a lot of scenes they don't use.
Of course, they can't come out and blatantly say it because it's their work. But I'm pretty sure somebody doesn't see something in the totality and be like, this. But
also, I think David Allen Greer was fully invested in whatever this movie was, because his parts were clear as day. Like it wasn't no shuffling his parts. His parts were clear as day. So
you know what I think?
I'm pretty sure that he was
David
compliant.
Allen Greer, in his mind, did it for what it was. He made it a comedy. I think he thought it was more of a comedy, like because he would say a little slick. But other than the one part about the father, everything he would say would be like a joke. He'd be like his David, because he's very sarcastic with his jokes. So he was more like a sarcastic, like ha ha ha. Let's make this a comedy. But then you go to one scene to where it's supposed to be some seriousness in it. So I think this was supposed to be a comedy, which is still to me, why is this shit funny to you? This is not funny. It's like you said, try to be Blazing Saddles type funny. Man, listen. All right, man, listen. You ain't even got to put the popcorn up for me, bro.
So I had an opportunity to go see this movie last year. And legitimately, I watched the whole movie the first time. I fell asleep watching it this time. I fell asleep like 7 times. But I was looking at one of my homeboys, and I'm just like, what? Like, what? Huh? Was this like? This had to be like a joke, because I watched the trailer and I was like, bro, ain't no way. Because at first they were really like, because I think I tried to play the trailer on here, and then it was something else, and I was like, oh, that can't be the movie. And then it turned out I think it was some parts of the movie that was in the trailer that we tried to play. It was at the beginning of last year. No, beginning of the year before last, or end of the year before last, where we played the trailer. And something about it just wasn't. It was off, because I thought, like I said, I got excited because I'm like, oh shoot, like, and I dug the title because I was like, oh, this about to be on like some
man. Listen, I thought
like
it was gonna
teaching
be on
type,
sci-fi,
you know what I'm saying, like sci-fi, like
dope ass stuff. That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, it's gonna go down.
Because I think that was the premise. I think that was the premise of what we were talking about. It was like new things, like with black movies and like doing that, and it was just like, so I was like, that ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. And it's sad, bro, because it's like you want to keep supporting like new directors and you want to keep supporting like things that are black, but when it's like when stuff like this happens, you just be like,
haha, you got it. Fool me once.
No.
You never fool me once. I never support you again. It'll be very hard.
Has he done anything else?
I think this was his first debut.
He hasn't done nothing since.
No. No.
Well, this one got murdered in the theaters. Like this didn't make no money, so you know what I'm saying. It didn't want like it was like a big hit. So
I hope it lost money.
That's because Dr. Umar was standing at the door at the theater trying to turn people around before they went inside to take their seat.
I tell you, the title of this movie will grab you, bro.
That was the point. The title was the best part of the whole movie.
The title of the movie will grab you. I was like, hell yeah.
Because it did its job. The title of the movie was the best part of the whole movie.
Bro,
I just stopped caring, bro. Like it got to a point where I just stopped caring.
My goal watching this movie was to pay attention to the middle, the beginning, middle, end. So
you was better than me. You was better than me, bro.
It just a whole bunch of shit didn't even make sense. Like even the part where he made the damn ugly sweater, and we grabbed the sweater, and he was so hell bent to put the sweater on. Like what? What's so big a deal about the sweater? Like what's exactly? Nobody said nothing because we don't understand what the fuck.
Bro, I didn't understand this movie, bro. You asking me parts like I don't even know names. I'm not even gonna hold you. I did not care about anything that happened in this
movie. Didn't make sense. Another part.
What's up, man?
I think one of y'all said it. If everybody's not making white people happy, then everybody started losing their power. That is the most dumb thing. The one girl was like, it was me because I kind of went off on the person. So now everybody loses their powers because you speak in your mind. So you're not allowed to speak our mind about shit.
If it was better, I understand the bullshit that they was trying to pull. Like I understand, basically saying like, I understand it was presented, man. It was executed so poorly. This could have been an amazing movie. They executed it poorly. Why? Because the director behind it did not give a shit. Because the director behind it did not give a shit about this movie for it. He saw a storyline. He took an idea and did this bullshit with it. Because this could have been a great movie. The concept was amazing.
But you had to care.
Because you do got to make these white people. You do have to make. Sometimes you have to make these motherfuckers comfortable to feel safe. I get it. But he could have did it in a way that wasn't so comical because it's probably a joke to him. Clearly, it's a joke to him because you got to grab crotches and shit to make them feel superior.
I didn't understand that. I still don't understand that part.
It's a joke. Coming from somebody who deal with this shit every fucking day. I walk anywhere and let there be. And I'm like I said, I live in a predominantly white area. Everywhere I go, gas station, anywhere, there's a white person staring at me like, oh my God, or the NFL can so use you, bitch. I'm 44 years old.
Hey, that need to be studied.
Come on, man.
That's line.
That's the way.
Telling me I need to be playing for the Bucks gonna make me punch in your face.
That's them checking my temperature to see my response. See, I'm far from stupid. That's them checking my temperature to see my response. Man, the coach sure can use you.
But hey, look, that's why when people be like, "Oh, can you take a joke? Can you take a punch?" I can take a joke. Can you take a punch?
But even still, because they feel uncomfortable, so where they have to feel like to make sure that I'm safe. If I go into a store with somebody, every time if I walk to a grocery store and somebody's walking with me, they have to ask or say something to me to.
So they don't got it.
This is my attire. This is what I wear. You can hear me? That's what I wear. I wear black V-necks, black attire is what I wear. Then when I make sure, hey, you an Eagles fan? So I do certain shit to bring conversations to me. I wear Eagles hats. I wear shit so they be like, and I hate that because I have to smile. Let me walk into a group of older white people and I'm safe. I'm safe.
I got to the point where, maybe because I'm getting older, I don't know. But I got to the point where my tolerance for a certain type of white people, I had to make sure I say that certain type of white people. Because all white people are not bad people.
They're not.
So I say that because
I don't think anybody's saying that.
I got to the point where
but you don't know who he is. It's hard to be.
I reached a boiling point one day where my little girl, we took her to the hospital. She was sick. All right. Mm-hmm. So they said, okay, we about to release her. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get the car from the parking garage, and I pull up to the front. Get in the parking garage, get in the elevator, and the white lady got in there with me, and she looked at me and she grabbed her purse real tight. And I said, "Ma'am, you couldn't stop me from taking this damn purse. So there was no reason for you to clinch like that." She was like, "Excuse me." I said, "If I wanted your purse, there's no way you can stop me, this 6'2", 350-pound man, and you being 5'3", maybe 176.
All right.
How you gonna stop me?"
Wait, she 5'3", 176.
Yeah, brother. She was a little butterball, brother. She was a little butterball.
She sounded like Wario to me, but
yeah, she was a little butterball. But that's besides the point. But you couldn't stop me from doing it. You couldn't stop me from doing it. Trying to be serious, y'all.
My fault, bro. I'm saying.
Hey, you should have left them dimensions up.
I'm just saying, that's the first thing I thought. I thought Wario. That's what the first thing I thought, but you know what I'm saying, like Bowser. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Brother, you start telling the story, and then like you said that, now I'm picturing it in my head. I'm just like, oh.
You might have lost that. You might have lost that battle.
Nah, but I wouldn't lost that.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, but I was like, because before I would make it a point of like, you know what, I'm not a threat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would even. It used to be a point in time where like, if I see some white people, I would even walk. I would like walk on a different side of the sidewalk.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
But now, I don't really care. I don't really care. You know, I feel like I've done it enough. I've done enough, and I feel
I'm not moving out my way no more.
We all have done enough to the point where, like, why you feel the way you feel. If this was the 60s
it's not
and
my
70s,
job. It's not my job to make you feel comfortable.
You know, if this was the 60s and 70s, I kind of get it because it was like a social thing. Like, it's just how things were. Not saying it was good or that's how it should be. It's just how things were. Most people was racist, not even because they was really racist. It's because that was just a popular thing to do, say, or be like. You know what I'm saying? But we in a day and age now, there's no reason for you to be like this.
Yeah, but it's like in the times we in, you know, and it's like when, like Mo said, the best part of that movie is when he asked what's the most dangerous thing in the world. Is an uncomfortable white person. That's very much to this day still true.
Yep.
That's very dangerous. So sometimes if you, even though I say it's hard for me not to smell, sometimes I still feel like, because I've been in situations to where I'm the first one to get tased and I'm not even in the fight. I'm not even in the fight. I'm the first one to get the gun pointed at. If situations is going on and the cops see me, I'm the first person. I'm the biggest threat. I'm the biggest threat, you know. And it's like, bro, what I'm saying is though, like I said, so I'm pissed off because this movie could have resonated with me, but it did because I felt like they made a mockery of shit that people really go through.
Yeah, it was a way to do it, and they failed at it. That's really what it boils down to. Like, it was a way to do this movie, and there was a way to make this movie, you know, universally accepted by a lot of different people. Because, you know, in all honesty, like, a lot of people like don't understand that there's a lot of like mentally elevated people of all cultures. So if you have a movie where you are actually, I don't want to say bringing light to it, but sometimes some people don't know that this is offensive.
That's what I'm saying. This was the opportunity to tell people that, like, hey, if you got that friend around you who's always like, hey, Karen, hey, Bob, how are you today? He might be trying to make you feel comfortable because he don't know if you're gonna snap off.
Sometimes that black joke is not. Don't try to get that off.
Exactly. That's why I say he missed the mark on this, because the white people, because there are some naturally nice, wholesome, humble white people who just do not know. And
you know what's crazy, man? There was a thing that happened before this movie came out where they were pulling things off the shelves. They were getting rid of characters. They were doing all this stuff because of the riots that were happening in the George Floyd riots
Minnesota.
in Minnesota.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like things that were happening. Like they took away Aunt Your Mama. Like they changed it. Now it's General. Yeah. They got rid of Uncle Ben. Even though this isn't things that we asked for.
Exactly. Like
it was, hey, stop killing black folk. But it was they started taking like they put all these things on the Disney movies, all these warnings and things like that. So it's like it's things you could have took from that what happened, and you could have turned that into this movie where now you got realistic situations going on. Not I done fell in love with this white girl, but the white boy want the white girl. Who happened
to be a member of the supportive wife and girlfriend committee.
I was just looking at you to make sure you didn't have no coffee on you. I wasn't looking at the cheeks.
That was a wild statement, by the way.
That was the most disrespectful part of the whole movie. Is that she was,
I was looking for coffee.
I thought she was suspended. I asked the whole time, but for you to go into the supportive wife,
so you want to know her full ethnicity, Kendra? She is Asian, ethnically ambiguous, multiracial, white European descent.
She white. All right. She white, basically. She white. Okay, I got you. That's she white. All right.
You on mute, brother.
Brother, say that one more time.
She is
Asian. It's a lot of big words. And I'm gonna take
she is Asian, ambiguous, meaning
that's good.
Multiracial, white European descent.
You like, hold on, say one more time.
But yeah,
you stuck on the racially ambiguous part?
Yeah, brother. Is that
ethnically ambiguous? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is that the part that you stuck?
What that mean?
So let's say how to say this. First of all, the word that they use is wrong. It's actually racial ambiguous, meaning that your background can't be defined by like. Let's say you have 14 different types of ethnicities in you. You are racially ambiguous. Like somebody like Lisa Bonet would seem racially ambiguous, even though we look at her, we like, oh, she's black. Drake, racially ambiguous, even though we know his father is black. They don't look it though. They don't look it. You got Patrick Mahomes, racially ambiguous. Like he can identify with whatever he wants to because he has so much to choose from. So it's not ethnically ambiguous like they put it's racially ambiguous. Does that help?
That's stupid. But okay.
I mean, it's a. I don't want to say it's a cop out. I don't want to say it's a cop out. It basically gives people the ability to want to choose who they identify.
Who they want to be today.
So this is the thing, right? And I've said this before. When it comes to people that like our mix, right?
Colin Kaepernick.
He's a black man, though.
I'm so okay for you to choose who are you comfortable with, who you identify as. If you're a mixed man and you look at yourself as a white man, that's fine. If
it is, but just identify who you.
Woman, that's fine. My problem with this movie is you got a dude on here who clearly identifies white.
Clearly. So he identifies as racially ambiguous. He won't identify as white. He'll be like,
we identify as, we told you the man had Dirty Chuck Taylors on.
Dude, let me ask you a question. So with that thought process, can Rachel Dolezal be a black woman? Because she says she would.
Listen. Listen,
Hey,
my point is, you can't take somebody like this.
She is fully white
and try to make a black point.
But she is white as you could get.
How do these people make a lot of money? I don't understand it. How do they make a lot of money?
But she is white as you could get. Like she on the scale. Like where it go like
right. She's at the beginning of the scale. She's like at the beginning of the scale.
She in the middle of the line. She in the middle of the line. Ain't no choice. She said she was a black woman. She identified as a black woman. I said, okay.
It's identified bullshit. It's getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
This movie,
rich.
This movie, man. I don't. Well, I always said, brother, I got a shirt that said I identify as slim today, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this movie, I watched it, man, and it turned. First, it was a terrible movie, but then it turned into a dumbass movie.
It's crazy, dude. You know what's so crazy about it though? So she was an activist, right? She said she's black. She's black presenting, but has two full white parents.
Hey man. Hey, let's wrap this up, cuz. Yeah, let's wrap this up. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
You get a little popcorn from me.
I ain't giving it nothing.
Yeah, listen, you ain't got to put this shit up for me. Don't even
I ain't
put
giving
it
it nothing. I'm giving it. Can I do we have we need a negative popcorn?
We need a negative popcorn.
We get -5.
Give this shit some water. That's what you need. Give it some water.
You don't even deserve popcorn.
The title gets a 1. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got me with the title. They got me with the title, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I've never seen, so I've heard of this movie, but I've never even seen the trailer. How do the trailer look? Do the trailer look like what it was?
No, the trailer tells you exactly what the movie is. It tells you exactly what the movie is. That's why I got pissed off. Because when I saw like the name for it, and like when you look up like new movies, like the name comes up first. So it's like I was like, oh, this might be dope. Nah, it's not.
Not even a little bit.
But you know, you live and you learn. So Jesus Christ. We for Sunday, y'all want to do Inside Man?
Yes. That's my shit. We need something that's gonna redeem from this shit, please.
That'll work.
Yeah, because that other one I sent, I could. I was like, please don't pick that one. All right. Yeah.
That's one with
Denzel Washington.
Chew to Ejiofor.
No, I was thinking about Out of Time.
Out of Time's good. Denzel got some bangers, man.
He got some bangers.
He ain't got a lot of movies, but he got some bangers.
He got some shit.
Like if you want to like look at like volume, Sam got him beat every day. Like Sam got volume. But like if you're looking at like quality, Denzel got him on the quality. Oh yeah. But also all of Denzel movies ain't bangers, but he got some bangers.
Yeah, Out of Time, that's one of my favorites.
Out of Time was good.
But all right, folks, we thank y'all for joining us for this
shit.
Yeah. It was
bye. We're not even gonna give you an intro. We're just gonna hang up. Bye. No.
Like the phone click, just hit it with a shell. Bring back the shell. Take away all these touchscreens, man. It's getting too much.
The clap that dirt.
No, I want kids to have to suffer and have to type 22 words to get one sentence. Have a good night.
Bring it to T9. You gotta.
Yeah. Bring back the Nokia. Or you gotta play Snake. That's the only game you get. Ain't no more Monopoly Go.
Ain't no Monopoly Go. You gotta type.
Hey, Snake will frustrate you, boy. Cause like you'll get to like that part where you like really building it up.
You push the wrong button, you like.
Ooh.
Nuki as well.
Anyway, we appreciate y'all for stopping through, kicking it with us. Thank everybody that was active in the chat. Thank everybody that liked the show. I had apparently Twitch didn't like the word Negro, so I had to change that. So we could get live on Twitch. But yeah, man. It's been another episode, and we're gonna see y'all on Sunday. I've been your host, Rashad. Go Birds.
Hey man, this movie was dumb as. Go ahead, bro.
Big kid, 2G, 2 you know the energy.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka the director of this movie. Need to get his nose slapped
all the way off.
Right?
If y'all haven't had a chance, go watch that Kev on Stage and Tony Baker. Go watch the Kev on Stage and Tony Baker Hot Wings video.
That shit
probably one of the funniest Hot Wings videos I've ever seen in my life.
Bro.
Tony Baker got up and said, "Man, I just gotta do something. I just
gotta move around.
I just gotta move around. Why am I burping? Like, why am my burps hurt? Like my chest. Nah, two naturally funny dudes, man. And also, like, if you're looking for something to stream and you into like crazy like watches that'll make you just be like, oh my God. Netflix has a few of them. One of them is called I'm a Killer. It's a docu series. Well, it's a documentary, like reenacting and stuff.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
The other one is the other ones are my crazy roommate? Yeah. My crazy ex-roommate or my crazy ex. Like, if you want something that's gonna have you looking crazy, Paradise is another one. That's a new show on Hulu. If you get a chance to go watch it, really dope. If you have not watched From, I'm telling you, go watch it. It's not what you think. It's not a horror thing. It's really good. There's jump scares, but that's about it. But it's really good. Get back onto streaming. If you're an anime fan, Solo Leveling is probably some of the dopest stuff out right now.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Man, that's my big age of 44. How am I? 43. Don't listen. There is some stuff called what's this called?
It's a good question.
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna tell you the name of it.
I can't remember how old he is.
I want to say Keegan. Hold on, bro. What's the last name of that? I'm talking about the show that I be watching, bro. The
yeah.
Sure. Keegan and Shura.
Yeah.
That was called.
What is it?
Keegan and Shura, the anime where he boxing.
Oh, you watching that?
Whatever that one, man. That shit is cool. That's one, bro. That's one. Listen, that's so cold. Bro.
But if you're not into anime and you really want to get into anime, I'm telling you, watch Solo Leveling. One of the best shows out right now. But we definitely thank y'all. Make sure y'all get on the Discord. Hype that up. We're gonna start doing show recommendations because we don't really talk shows, mostly movies. But we definitely gonna start doing show recommendations. And join the Discord for that. If y'all want us to do like a watch party, we got to figure something like that out. But it would be something exclusive because we want you to feel important to spend time with us watching a movie, to have us have our live time reactions to something. So if y'all really down for that, let us know. Like I said, join the Discord and let us know what y'all think. But y'all been beautiful. We appreciate y'all. Brush your teeth and come back on Sunday. Come back. Ain't no more Super Bowl. Yeah. We know y'all ain't gonna really be watching All-Star Weekend. That dunk contest ain't like it used to be. So go ahead, come kick with us on Sunday. After you done spent the weekend with your boo thing, you know, go ahead, get, you know, and then come back and holler at her.
What?
Chill out. I ain't say no words. Wherever your mind went, that's your problem. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Mika, we need you back because Duke is out of control. We'll see y'all later. Before to cut everybody off, like now.
I don't fight. That's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man said he's a show.
She aged like cheese.
You got
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.